Watch this here. Is your dad a beaver?
Is my dad Beaver?
Yeah.
Justin Bieber?
No.
Beaver.
Yeah, because he built a dam.
Looks like he only made about a 4 to me.
At the end of
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Hi, babe. How's your day? Let me help you take off these shoes. Are you tired?
Yeah,
How are you feeling? Here's your favorite drink.
thanks.
I also made 3 different meals because I wanted to make sure they were all hot and ready for you in case you were hungry. So just circle whichever one you want and I'll make sure it's ready for you. Steak and potatoes. Okay. Come on over here. I put on your favorite movie. Take a seat. I know you had a long day. Just sit back and relax.
Home. What's for dinner?
Who is this girl in your yearbook and why did you put a heart around her photo?
What? What is that from?
2007?
I was 9.
And?
Oh.
It's too real. It's too real.
This is the revenge of the commissar.
That's got to be one of the most epic builds I've ever seen with the bathtub in the bottom. My goodness.
Yo, gang, I'd rather be a weirdo with no friends than a clown trying to keep up with the circus. Just think about it. Motherfuckers do anything to be cool nowadays.
Damn, Daddy, you ain't even gotta ask for consent. I'm trying to fake my orgasms with you for the rest of my life. Oh.
Can I help you?
I'm trying to leave you and my drink unattended. Damn! You look like you own a bed frame. And I'm trying to break you.
All right. If she's hot, I'm down.
Should you leave your hometown? Every time you leave, you grow. But every time you come back, you're expected to shrink. Isn't it strange to think that the one random city you were born in would just happen to be the best fit for you? Mathematically, that makes no sense. The only thing your first city truly holds is the people you came into this world with. But think about this. Animals raised in a zoo don't develop the same way as those that run free, right? When you move, you open yourself up to new views, new people, new ways of thinking. And that's priceless. But here's the thing. Every time you come back, you face the old you. The people there, they expect the old you. The environment, it pulls at the person you used to be. So when you leave, your world expands. But when you return, you feel the weight of change. And you wonder, can I ever stay? Wouldn't it be easier to have never left? Maybe. But tell me this. Would you rather say, I wish I had, or I did? I'm glad. If I could speak 3 words to every 18 to 25-year-old out there, I would say, leave your home. Because it would have been a shame to never have met this version of me.
All right, guys, I'll tell you the best thing I ever did was move out of my hometown when I grew it out. I had made a plan with 2 different groups of people to move down to San Diego, but they both flaked on me last minute. After the second group flaked on me, I put all my shit in a U-Haul, some dogs, and $5,000 and figured out what I was going to do all on my own. Found an apartment at the beach, moved straight in, never looked back. When I go back to my hometown, I literally can't stay. It's like, just like he says, it's just so boring. I can't handle it. I don't understand how everybody stayed. But one of the best things you can do is go find a much more strong economy than some of these small towns. I was in between Hawaii, San Diego, and Miami just because of how I wanted to live. And San Diego is so close to LA that there's so much money to be made. It made perfect sense. And, well, if you put your mind to it, you can make it work, I promise.
I drive an old car, a 2002, mainly because I don't want a car payment, but more importantly, because I like to squeeze every last bit of usefulness out of things. I heard Peter Attia talk the other day about a marginal decade on a podcast. He defines it as the last 10 years of your life. A lot of us think that we're going to grow old gracefully and die peacefully in our beds. But we've all known people in their marginal decades that even though they're alive, they're not enjoying life. Think of the top 10 things that you'd like to do in your marginal years, like go hiking, play pickleball, go rafting, travel the world. Most people in that decade can't do those things because of aches and pains, injuries, lack of strength, and energy. And when people in that decade can't do the things that bring them pleasure, they retreat from life. Peter Attia said one way to prevent against all that is to train like a centenarian decathlete. So if you train strength, stamina, endurance, balance, VO2 max, you should be good in those marginal years. Even if you just want a beach body now, you can still train all those things and just fix your nutrition. So if you're like me and you want to squeeze every last bit of usefulness out of the one body that you have, start training like your life depends on it. Okay, let's see if she starts. Ha-ha!
All right, guys, I'm only 37, but I've been thinking about this shit all the time. It's like, this shit's going to come to a close, and I better have my affairs in order. So I really want to live till I'm 90, but I want to be strong. I want to have fun. So if we plan ahead, we really think about it, we can make it happen. We just got to be thinking about it. I'm thinking about it in a way where I'm not, like, stressed out. I'm just, like, thinking, this is something I should be thinking about. And, that's how it goes. Like, don't kill yourself stressing out about it, but at least have it on your mind.
Trans gay man.
Biologically female, but we're trans men and we're gay. We like God.
Straight the long way.
What would happen if somebody dropped sugar in my coffee? They said, well, you'd be okay. I said, what if somebody dropped strychnine in my coffee? They said, well, you'd be dead. I said, correct. I said, what if my worst enemy drops in the sugar? They said, well, you'd be okay. I said, what if my best friend, even by accident, drops in the strychnine? They said, well, you'd be dead. I said, correct. See, it doesn't matter who hands you the bad stuff. Every day, stand guard at the door of your mind. How important. You decide what goes into your mental factory. Don't let anybody just dump anything they want to in your mental factory, because you've got to live with the results.
Damn, once you find true internal peace, this is a real thing. You will not allow people to come in and create a clown show in your life. It's a real thing.
I saw this beautiful yacht in the Charleston Harbor, Mogambo, and of course I looked it up. Most people would stop at, oh, billionaire yacht, must be nice. They see wealth, status, a highlight reel. But when I look at this, I see someone who had to fight through things no one posts about. John Coombe, the founder of WhatsApp, owns this yacht, and he grew up in a small apartment in Ukraine with no hot water. He immigrated to the U.S., lived on food stamps, and lost his mom to cancer. He applied to Facebook, they turned him down, and 5 years later, he sold them WhatsApp for $19 billion. So yeah, you could call it a flex, but behind every overnight success is usually 10 years of setbacks nobody saw coming. Some people see a yacht, I see what it takes to survive the hard parts and build anyways.
That was a truly awesome story. It really grinds my gears when people say that, the rich people got to pay their fair share while those people are straight sitting on their hands. If you only knew what we truly went through, it was crazy. You got to earn it for yourself. All right, y'all, let's see what I got for you today. One thing that I do a lot is I track my time and I track what I'm doing. So I have a list of stuff that I'm going to do. I have my year goal list. I have my weekly goal list. And then I have a list for the week where it's like Monday. And then I plug in wherever I can. Long-term goals, the weekly goals, the different things that I have to do. And then I have a whole week plan that I can kind of go by. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it gets derailed in the first hour. But that's being a business owner. What can you do? At the end of the day, though, I'm tracking my progress. I'm writing down I'm writing down the things I need to do and crossing them off. And if something additional took place, I'm also writing that down because I want to track even my distractions. So if I took an hour-long phone call that was not really constructive and didn't help me, I'm even going to write that down. If I watch TV for an hour and a half, I'm going to write that down. so I can pinpoint where I'm wasting time. I can pinpoint exactly what's taking place in my day-to-day life, and then I can make adjustments. And the thing is, there's so many things happening in our lives and in our minds every day that if we're not writing things down, a lot of things are getting by us. So when you begin to write these lists of all the things that are happening in your day, you'll realize that a lot of time is being wasted on a conversation with a coworker, or talking on the phone with your family, watching TV, drinking at night. You're going to be able to pinpoint the areas where you could free up time to reach your goals and actually do something constructive and worthwhile with your time. But fuck, I mean, I probably didn't start doing this till I was 25 or 26, 27, area like that. And the entire time I had no idea I was wasting this time. It's like when you first start doing it, it really opens your eyes. You're like, holy shit, look at this. And it's been going on your whole life, but without writing it down and truly assessing it, it just happens over and over. And you're thinking, I'd never have any time. You have time. You just haven't really isolated it and analyzed what's really happening with your time. All right, guys, I always appreciate y'all tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we're going to see you on the next one.